All right.
Thank you. I also want to just be very thrilled to be in the presence of you because we've been looking for a change. We are truly tired of the economics that we have been getting that has got us into the position that we're in. That theory has been a trickle down. We need to trickle up. So I would hope in your philosophy of trying to kickstart the economy that the money gets directly to the people who have homes that are foreclosed, the people that have lost jobs. To try to give it to a bank and give a low interest rate, and the person whose home is being foreclosed on don't have a job, don't help anybody. It's a sale that nobody can take advantage of because you ain't got no money. So I would hope and I pray that you would support the people who got you into the office. We the people, not the fat cat. We the people, to where that the money gets directly into the hands of the people who are hurting, to where that we don't have to worry about going to the state, going to the federal government, standing in line somewhere. Send that check to our mailbox. Amen.
Let me respond.
So we can take it to the bank and pay that mortgage. Thank you.
Let me. Can everybody hear me? Well, let me respond in a couple of ways. Number one, when it comes to tax cuts, you are exactly right. That instead of providing tax cuts to the wealthiest Americans, what I've been pushing in this plan is to make sure that the tax cuts goes to working families. That is not only good for those families, it's actually good for the economy. Because when you give a tax break to working families who are struggling, they will spend it on buying a new coat for the kids or making sure that they get that car repaired that they use to get to work. When you give it to the wealthier families, they just put it away somewhere. And so it doesn't circulate into the economy. So tax cuts targeted to working families are the most effective means of stimulus that we can provide to the economy. Now, you're making another point, though, that has to do with a separate part of what we're going to need to get this economy moving again, and that has to do with the financial system and the banking system. And I just want to be clear that the Recovery and Reinvestment Act that is before Congress right now is just one leg in the stool of recovery. The other thing that we've got to get done is we've got to get the banks stable and lending again. Part of what's happened in terms of the RV industry, for example, I was talking to Congressman Donnelly about this, is basically people who want to buy an RV can't get financing right now, even if they've got good credit. So what we're going to be trying to do is to set up a whole new mechanism for helping people get consumer credit. We're going to help small businesses and medium-sized businesses get credit. And instead of just pumping that money directly into Wall Street, we're going to make sure that a lot of that money is going directly to consumers, and the money that does go into Wall Street is going to come with some strings attached. You cannot expect taxpayers to bail out banks that have made bad decisions when they are then using that money to give themselves huge bonuses. So one of the things that we've said is, look, we understand that the banking system is fragile right now, and even though those folks made bad decisions, it could bring down the entire economy and affects towns like Elkhart. So we're going to do something to strengthen the banking system. But You are not going to be able to give out these big bonuses until you've paid taxpayers back. You can't get corporate jets. You can't go take a trip to Las Vegas or go down to the Super Bowl on the taxpayers' dime. There's got to be some accountability and some responsibility, and that's something that I intend to impose as President of the United States.